if you're a Marvel fan heading to Universal Orlando Resort, Islands of Adventure, Marvel Super Island, today I'm going to be talking about here's what you need to know as a Marvel fan going to Marvel Super Island. So I'm just going to get started with, but wait, actually first before we get started, I'm going to talk about what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to talk about the story of each ride, I'm going to talk about each ride itself, I'm going to talk about the land, what else? I'm going to talk about references that you can find, maybe even some food. So let's get on with it. So starting off, I'm going to talk about the story of each land. Or each ride, sorry. I'm also going to talk about the legal contracts between Disney and Universal, which is why Universal can use Marvel stuff. But firstly, story of the rides. So, starting off with the Incredible Hulk coaster. So, on the Incredible Hulk coaster, you are pretty much a science experiment. And you are going into something, you're volunteering to go into something called the Gamma Accelerator. And which, if you don't know what this is, that's the big kind of pipe thing that you can see that you're getting launched out of on the Incredible Hulk coaster. And I will say, before this was the Incredible Hulk coaster, this was going to be the Silver Surfer coaster, but Universal decided Orlando's too hot for that, so for Silver, so they decided upon the Incredible Hulk coaster. Either way, so there is, I believe, 7 inversions on this coaster, and it is definitely one of the best coasters in the park. And overall, also that roar that you can hear from echoing throughout the whole of Islands of Adventure is you turning into a Hulk, so gaining those superpowers. And yeah, this is originally, at one point this actually got a big, refurbishment, and the original tracks from 1999 when this park opened up, also when this land opened up, is seen as Hulk is holding up the original tracks. You can see a big him holding up, I'll put a photo up. Next I'm going to be talking about The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, so this is one of my favorite rides at Islands of Adventure, I will say. And this story is probably one of my favorite stories, and all of these rides have a very complex story to them. I think they originally actually made comic books and they would sell them. That's actually a collectible that I would like to buy one day. But either way, let's get into The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man story. So, you are, what else? There's so much to this ride. I'm going to start off with the villains. So, you are versing the Sinister Syndicate. The Sinister Syndicate is, in this ride, has Dr. Octopus, Electro, Hydra Man, Hobgoblin, and Scream, which is a version of Venom, if you don't know who that is. And they are the Sinister Syndicate for this. You are pretty much working for the Daily Bugle, and you go in a ride vehicle called the Scoop. You can see the Scoop ride vehicle actually in the queue, if you didn't know. But the Sinister Syndicate has stolen the Statue of Liberty using the anti-gravity gun. And it's up to Spider-Man, and I guess you to escape, but Spider-Man to stop them and save you. So you're riding in the Scoop, as I said before, and you, as I said before again, you're working for the Daily Bugle. You can hear J. Jonah Jameson through the speakers of the ride as well, which is really cool. And instead of watching the fight and working for the Daily Bugle, you get sucked into it, as not literally, but you are in the middle of the fight. And this ride is so quotable. With I'm gonna put a quote up right now.
Man, you shouldn't be out here. With Doc Ock on the loose, this could be the most dangerous night of my life. And yours. Be careful. Nice shades. That's Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was a pretty good quote. Yup. Thanks, editing me. Pretty much, This ride is very quotable with everything. I think there's 3 quotes that just I think of daily from this ride, and I love this ride so much, but I'm gonna have to move on now. Next is Stormforce Acceleration. So Stormforce Acceleration is a Team Teacup ride, so there's not really much to it, but you know, there is a story to it. So pretty much the story goes that Magneto is attacking the city and Professor X calls for help. Storm uses her weather powers to fight him, but she also needs extra energy, which is your energy. So the more you spin your little pod, the stronger her lightning becomes. So you are literally helping Storm and the X-Men to save the X-Men. There's not really much to that ride. I don't really go on it much. I think I've been on it only a few times. But next we're going to go for Doctor Doom's Fearful. So this is where things get dark, literally. So Doctor Doom's Fearful is in a villain area, and Doctor Doom's Fearful isn't just a drop tower, it's a twisted story straight out of a comic, you could say. And this is a version of events where the Fantastic Four are dead. They're already gone. Doom has killed them, and now he rules over the city. But he's not finished. He's built a new weapon powered by human fear. So he captures innocent civilians, that's you and me, and straps you into his fear generator. Fearful. That's why it's called the Fearful, because he's absorbing your fear. And when the ride launches you upward, Doom is literally draining your fear to power his next super weapon. And every scream fuels him. And this is, I think, it's definitely got a very cool queue. You can see Doom bots in the queue. So if you're a big fan of Doctor Doom and his comics, definitely check out this ride, even though it is a short ride. So next I'm going to be talking about the overall, like, legal part of this and how Universal actually owns Marvel characters like this. So this land opened in 1999, before Disney owned Marvel. When Disney attained Marvel, there's a legal contract, and pretty much, short story, Universal has the rights to comic characters. So every character that Universal has used in their park, references, characters, everything, Kingpin, Daredevil, which I'll talk about references soon, Spider-Man, Disney World can't use because they're very close. They're in the same city. They're in Orlando. So Disney World uses Guardians of the Galaxy. Universal never used that. So now this gets a bit complicated because of the fact that Disneyland, which has the MCU land over there, is far enough away from Universal Orlando Resort. Disneyland can use the MCU land. They can use Spider-Man. They can use characters. They can use whoever they want. So, yeah, that's really it to it. That's really it. I mean, again, this land is based off the comics, and I think that was a good call, being based off the comics. I think this land has a lot more energy than what the MCU land does. It's not, techie like the MCU. It's more vibrant. It's more comic-y. You really do feel like you are in a comic. And I also think the rides here are better. But, originally in 1999, they were comic icons. They weren't movie stars. Either way, not today, I don't know why I started off with today, either way, now we're going to be talking about food. So, the food here, there's Captain America's Diner, the Fantastic Four Cafe. Hold on, let me pull up all the food here. I'll be 1 second. Captain America's Diner, Fantastic Four Cafe. There's a frozen lemonade stand, I believe. The frozen lemonade is amazing here, I will say. I love frozen lemonade so much. Then, hold on, I'm just pulling up it, I swear. Dining. Alright. So there is frozen lemonade, Captain America's Diner, or Marvel Characters Diner, whatever you want to say. There is the superhero cotton candy. There is Auntie Anne's, which sells really nice pretzels. And yeah, so that's all the food options for you. You know, there's not really anything else in terms of food. My recommendation, none of these are really good, to be honest. I really wish they would make more themed food, to be honest with you again. You know, like, it's not special, really. They just sell theme park pizza. So, in my opinion, I believe they still have the frozen lemonade. Are they better? I really hope so. But I would say get frozen lemonade and Auntie Anne's. If you don't want to get any of those, go into like Captain America's Diner or Cafe 4. But you know, both of these are, you know, it's very mediocre food. Yeah, so there is a frozen lemonade at the Chillin' Charlie's Lemon Slush stand. Alright, I was just double checking that. I don't know. I hope it's still there. Either way. So yeah, and then also, what else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, references. So, starting off with Stan Lee. There is many Stan Lee cameos in the Marvel Superhero Island in general, but also in the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man ride. You can see him multiple times. I'm thinking of 3 cameos right now. There's, I don't know how many there is, but there's definitely a few. So check out Marvel Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man and try to find Stan Lee in those. Also, look for hidden signatures on the kind of big, you know, characters, the Marvel characters, because they're not allowed to put their actual signatures on the Marvel characters. So you can find Adam Kubert, I hope I said that right, or Bob Layton on the, like, just hidden in there. And there's another Stan Lee tribute near the Spider-Man ride exit, which says a little Excelsior. Also, another one is there's, I think there's a Matt Murdock building, obviously referencing Daredevil. There's Kingpin's like arcade, where you can find his chair, I believe, or maybe that's Doctor Doom's chair, because you do go from Doctor Doom's Fearful. This is the exit. What else is there? There's lots of references. I think there's a Namor reference as well. So yeah, but that is really it for today. This is a full land trapped in the 90s, and because of Universal's old licensing deal, they can't do anything with it other than the changing, you know, the costumes. They can't add new rides or anything. But if you're a Marvel fan, Marvel Super Island isn't just another theme park stop. It's a living comic book. Every ride tells its own story. Every corner has its own history, and every scream adds lore to this land. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I think my last video actually got taken down due to copyright reasons, so this is going to replace that one, and another one will come out later next week, or either this week. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and see ya.